It's no easy feat to get a young bull like Sneaky Rutter to buck like this. Watching him dance across their backyard arena is a high that bull breeders Alex and Dean Tyson chase. It's the result of hours of repetitive work, good genetics, and just a little bit of luck.
I think we should bring in Sneaky Rutter.
It's a regular Saturday morning for the Tysons. With rope in hand and twin children in tow, it's time to buck some of their bulls.
We're very attached to them. They're not that far down the rank from the kids.
The Tysons breed and train bucking bulls at their property in the historic New South Wales town of Gunning, around an hour north of Canberra. What started as a small hobby on a bare block has turned into an obsession.
I love just sitting out with them in the paddock and you figure out who's food motivated, who wants to be left alone, who likes their own company, there's different social groups. Like some of them like a little bit of bread, things like that.
What goes on at this humble property is a side to the bull riding industry, away from the bright lights and roaring crowds that not many get to see, where bulls are cared for and trained to prepare them for a possible future in the bull riding scene.
Probably start working on when you wean them, so just start walking them through the yards, in and out of the arena, in and out of the chutes, not bucking them, just showing them that this is how you walk through calmly, so you don't want them all rushing through at the same time and hitting gates and things like that. And then going out in the arena and leaving the arena nice and calmly, and you do all of that before you even buck them.
On average, the Tysons have around 20 bulls, varying from Jubba, a novice bull, to Footloose, who competes in the futurity category, a subset where young bulls have a 9-kilogram dummy on their back that's released and falls off after 4 seconds, rewarding them for early effort and to avoid wear on their growing bodies. It's a training method used regularly in the industry.
So we're just going to try and simulate what they're going to see out in competition and where maybe they need a bit more work or need to build a bit more trust with us, and we'll put pressure on them in different ways and try and make it as familiar and comfortable as they can be. So when they go out and compete, it's a very safe space for them and they know the deal, nothing's a surprise. So that's rubbish.
Even after days, months, and sometimes years of work, many bulls never make it to the big stage with a rider on their back, because only a select few have the temperament and athleticism to perform at the highest standard.
You only get that athletic performance out of them when they're feeling comfortable. That whenever they're in that fight or flight kind of space, they won't do what you want of them. They're not going to be competitive. They really need to be able to think and feel safe to do what we need from them in an athletic capacity.
Those who don't make it to the competitive stage mostly join the commercial beef chain, while others, including retired favourites, live out their days in the family paddock. Alex is a vet by trade and works with the professional bull riders known as the PBR, travelling across Australia to be on site if a bull needs medical attention. She understands it's a heavily scrutinised industry.
They wouldn't be tolerated. It doesn't represent anyone well, and it really undermines the amount of hours, investment, financially, time, energy, the whole shebang into it. If someone was there smearing that image, it's not going to get very far.
Bull riding events must comply with state regulations and a specific code of practice, but animal activist groups like the RSPCA and Animal Liberation Australia believe those don't go far enough. Senior Scientific Officer with RSPCA Australia, Dr. Di Evans, has been advocating against bull riding for more than 20 years. Her position on the industry is very clear.
If you look at bull riding, the main issue is in relation to the inherent risks of pain, injury and distress. And a lot of this is really related to the application or tightening of that flank strap around the sensitive underbelly.
Salivation means?
So when we see this stringy salivation, it's associated with a high stress response. It's not normal salivation, it's not like your clear, fluidy salivation. It's really stringy and that's because of the mucus that's in it. And when we see that, we know that animal's really stressed.
The signs of stress are clear to Dr. Evans, who believes it's unachievable for a bull to have a happy life in the industry.
I don't doubt that people in the industry are very proud of their animals, but I would dispute that these bulls have a good life. They're transported all over the place, and we know that there's a lot of stress just associated with being on trucks. We also know that the life that they have, they have to perform. It's day in, day out, year after year, for a substantial amount of time.
But others beg to differ.
Spend so much time feeding them, treating them, all of those things. We love them, so obviously we're not going to mistreat them or hurt them. We spend every day with them.
It's time to welcome the crowds, this time at the sold-out Bucking Bulls Australia event at Yass, just 45 minutes from Canberra. The ACT was the first and remains the only Australian jurisdiction to ban rodeos, including bull riding, more than 30 years ago. The maximum penalty for someone who takes part in a rodeo in the territory is a year in jail. In the surrounding towns like Queanbeyan and here in Yass, bull riding is clearly still very popular.
From Oberon, another one of Australia's top contenders, Jack Rowlinson.
Bucking Bulls Australia was founded in 2019 to create a platform for contractors like the Tysons to compete with their bulls, from yearlings through to mature age. Contractors can choose who rides their bulls at these events to safeguard the animal's experience and give them a good matchup. But it works both ways, as riders know what work has gone on behind the scenes to have the bulls ready and quite literally raring to go.
Rodeo is a highly scrutinised sport, so yeah, everyone looks after their animals. No one bashes them or anything like that, or no, they get looked after well. People make money with them. People want to look after them. They love them. They're exactly like a dog. If you look after it, it's nice to you. It's good back to you. So if you're nasty to it, it'll be nasty back.
Mate, they're looked after better than humans. They're their pets, and yeah, they baby them pretty good. Yeah, I don't know another animal alive that gets looked after better than bucking bulls.
They're like big puppy dogs, really. You look after them, you feed them, and then they buck pretty good for you. Yeah, they're like big pets.
When the crowds go home and the Tysons return to their peaceful property, they have a little time to reflect. Why the heck do you love bulls so much?
I think it's their personality. I think you really get attached to their personality.
As a mother, it's really, really nice to go to those events. You could take your grandma, you can take your kids, everyone can have a good day. You bring along some bulls, someone might hop on, you form another friendship. It's a great environment, really.